Jackson's here, and we're ready. We're gonna transplant the seedlings. We started some seedlings. We're gonna show you today how we're gonna transplant them, but we came up with some really cool ideas. So please join us. Jackson, here's our soil. This is what I did. I bought some perlite. Now, I couldn't get dairy dew. I wanted dairy dew, but Brent over in Fenton has shut down the dairy dew location till March 1st, so I can't get no dairy dew without driving a long ways. So we just went ahead and got some stuff from the local big box store. I don't think it's really important so much the brand as it is. I mean, I know you can buy some really good stuff from Happy Frog or something, but we're not worried about that because we're gonna feed our own little mixes today. We've got Silica Blast, we've got molasses, we've got Morgan Soil Blaster. Molasses is the sugars for the plants.
Yeah, molasses back then used to kind of be like syrup. Make food sweeter.
Plants need sugar. The mycorrhiza feed on the sugars, all right? So
what's this? Oh, this is our cabbage.
That's a cabbage. Corn.
And then all these
carrots.
are carrots.
So we're going to take the two best carrots and we're going to do what I call big jug gardening. You see those big jugs? That's a 4-gallon jug of water. We're going to dump this out. We're going to cut the tops off these. I've marked a line around here. And this is going to be our planter. So we can grow a carrot in a 4-gallon jug.
I think this is one of our best ones.
All right. We're going to transplant this carrot in a 4-gallon jug. Let's get it under the good light here. Let's see. And check out our new light. We got this new light. And we're going to transplant these. We're going to pick the two best carrots. They're each going to get a 4-gallon jug. And then the pumpkin plant is going to go in the 5-gallon jug.
Where's the
We're going to see right here. And it has a handle on it. So what we're doing, folks, we are recycling, repurposing. We're repurposing.
They're kind of the same size.
Do they look the same? But no, this
one's thicker.
1 gallon bigger. You can see the 1 gallon bigger. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, let's get started. The jug. I had already started it. We're gonna take and cut this. Uh-oh. Easy, easy, killer, easy. Okay, there you go. Now you got a funnel. We got a funnel and a planter. We're going to transplant a carrot into here. But I thought, that'd make a nice little funnel, don't you think?
Yeah.
Or a horn. All right, there you go. Jackson is homogenizing the soil with the perlite. I added some perlite because I want good drainage. All right. Don't breathe the dust. Don't breathe that dust in. We probably should be wearing a mask. But homogenize that all together, mix it up, and then it'll go into the jugs. We're going to call this big jug growing. All right? Can you think of a better name than that, Jack?
Nope.
Hey, guess what? Jackson got his hair cut a couple days ago, and by coincidence, so did I. Did anybody get the name of that hack? That butched Bubba? All right, perlite actually adsorbs nutrients. It doesn't absorb them like vermiculite. It adsorbs. It's like a magnet that holds nutrients. Also gives you better drainage. Now what I don't like is the sticks. See the sticks? These sticks, I get rid of them. Take them out. Any big sticks. I don't like big sticks. So I'll pick through. Here, look at this wood. We get this out of here. I don't want this laying next to drawing nutrients out of the soil, blocking up, tying up nutrients. The wood goes. Throw the wood on the floor. Sweep it up later. Link this back to my video. Do not mix leaves into your soil because they are not organic matter, which I have a few people on there disagreeing with me that leaves are organic matter. Yes, they are, but they're not broken down. And like the sticks, I don't want sticks in here. They're not broken down. We are champion growers, and we're trying to get the max out of our soil right now so we don't have time to have stuff in there that's breaking down like wood and leaves, dry leaves that are not decomposted. So, but check out that video if you would. I'll link it in the description box. Right, here are some of the sticks and chunks of wood. Yeah, you definitely don't need wood this size. There's even some rope in here. Here's some rope we found. We don't need those in here. So we're mixing the perlite and we're taking out the sticks. Even that little stick I'm gonna toss. What do you got, Jack?
Pine cone.
A pine cone. He found a pine cone. Well, I bet you that would certainly make your soil acidic. I would think so. But anyway, so we're picky. We're picky. We're picking through this, getting out the big chunks of wood. Jackson's filling the jug. All right. You know what? I gotta go grab the drill. I'll be right back. Drainage holes. Gonna put drainage holes with plastic. I think it'd be hard to press to put in too many. All right, Jackson will probably put some right directly in the bottom also. You don't want water puddling and setting in it for long periods. The roots need air. Roots need oxygen to have better ignition. So let's put some holes in it. This would be nice about these is they can set on the deck. As soon as it gets nice, I'll be setting these out on the deck. All right, that'll be enough for now. I can always add some more later. There you go. All right, now choosing the carrot. What do you think, Jackson?
I feel like this one has the best growth and that one has the best growth.
Okay, I'll tell you what we should do. These here look kind of scrawny, like they...
Yeah.
And it may be deceiving. I don't know if all the plant up top gives the whole story, but why don't we put this in one of the containers and we'll plant these other two in the second container that we haven't emptied yet. And then we'll let them grow and get bigger before we cull one of these. One of these two will get culled. Actually, is there three? There's three in that one. Yeah. There's three.
One of them just scrawny.
All right. Why a carrot, Bubba? Why are you growing a giant carrot? Well, these are carrots from the UK, and Chris Qualley holds the world record 22-pound carrot grown in Minnesota. All right, we're going to take these carrots, plant them in these 4-gallon jugs, and then this summer they will get transplanted to the farm out to Derek Ruthroff's farm because we're going to partner up with him and grow this summer at Derek's. So that's where they'll be going. All right. All right. Giant carrot seeds we're growing. Here they are. Giant carrot. G. Barrett from the UK. He grew them in the year is 2020. All right. I believe it's Graham Barrett. We're growing your seeds, Graham. All right. Wish us luck. This is some old mycorrhiza that I had. I'm going to take that mycorrhiza. It's probably weakened. It's probably only like 50% of its original potential. It's several years old. Add that to the water. You can add it to that little coffee pot. Either one. Yeah, add it to that one. That's fine. So there's your mycorrhiza. Water soluble. Stir it in real good. So it all breaks down. Today about is feeding the babies. I was talking to Chris Kent today on the phone about, I used to say you never feed steak to a baby. He disagrees. Yes, you do. Well, yes, you feed steak to a baby, but it must be chewed up first, like a baby bird chewing up a worm. You know how mother bird chews up a worm and then feeds it to her babies? The steak has to be chewed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to micro feed. We're going to micro feed. These seedlings have already had some Morgan soil blasts, which is fulvic blaster, and seaweed extract, which holds your amino acids. They've also had some silica blasts, and they've also had some fertilizer, but in very small amounts. You do want to start feeding your babies in small trickle feeds. What I meant by you never feed a steak to a baby is you don't give them a full dose. If you give them a full dose, you are going to hinder it, slow it down, maybe burn it, or even kill the seedling with too much fertilizer.
Too much. No.
So go ahead, Jackson. Get the carrot. You got one ready? Water in that single carrot. Why don't you water that with the mycorrhiza water? Yep.
Water that?
Yep, water that in with the mycorrhiza water. All right, here. I'll hold it. You water it. Get a good dosing. Don't worry if you get it on the floor. Grandma's not around. She won't know if we make a mess. All right. Give it another dose. Good and wet. Okay, there you go. So we just inoculate it with mycorrhiza again. Now you go ahead, Jackson. You can peel off that shell. Peel it off. The reason I like the peat pots is because I peel them off. We do not plant in them. We peel off the shell. And then we put it right in there. All right, this is a team effort. Jack and Bubba. No trouble. All right, we try not to disturb it. We don't break it. It's young. It's a root plant. It would probably recover fine if it does get disturbed. But there you go. Peeling the peat pot. One year I planted in the peat pots directly in my soil out in the garden, and they didn't root in good. In June 7th, 1998, a tornado came through and pulled all my plants out of the ground. Go ahead, just stick it right in that hole. Pull it out. You've done this before. All right, there you go. There you go. See the little root out the bottom? There's the root. Right there. She's already got a little hitchhiker way down here. All right, stick that in there. Okay, there you go. There you go. There, try not to bust it up too much. Get that in there. There you go. You're good.
She'll be okay.
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. Just let that be. There you go. There's our carrot transplant. All right. Now let's get on to the pumpkin. We're gonna Jackson. We're filling up the 5-gallon jug. I like about this one. It's got a nice handle, so when I carry this out to the deck, if it makes it that far, we're gonna see how big of a pumpkin we can grow here in the basement. All right.
When we do actually a little pumpkin in the basement.
34. The biggest pumpkin ever grown in the basement so far that we know of is 34 pounds in our basement. If you know anybody that's grown a bigger pumpkin than 34 pounds in our basement, please let us know. We'd like to know. And if you did, congratulations to you.
And don't just lie.
Don't just lie. All right, there you go. All right, Jackson, let's show them the pumpkin. Put some mycorrhiza directly in the hole on this pumpkin plant. Okay, and we'll mix it up in the soil a little bit, kind of dilute a little bit. You know, that's a little bit dry, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to take and we're going to add a little water here.
With mycorrhiza in it.
One thing, you want to make sure you get that water in there. There you go. Let's get some water in there, moisture for it. Okay. There we go. Now, Jackson, you want to transplant the pumpkin plant, or you want me to do it? All right. Now, this is started in a McDonald's cup. This is actually the Cinderella pumpkin plant. If you go to the website, if you want to buy a beautiful Cinderella pumpkin, 1,000-pounder, these are the 1,052-pound Cinderella pumpkin. I'm supporting this stem. Turn her upside down. Show them these roots, Jack. Let's get under the light over here. Look at them roots. All right, she's just ready. She's not root bound yet. She's ready to be transplanted.
What's root bound then?
Root bound is when they start growing in circles and circles and circles and keep going around and lapping each other. That's when they get root bound, like you buy like tomato plants. We got to get this down pretty deep. The nice thing about these jugs, now are you taping? Hold it back. Yeah. The nice thing about these jugs is we'll be able to see the roots grow. Okay, let's backfill it, Jack. I'll backfill it. You tape it. All right, good job, Jackson. All right.
Don't we need to water it?
We'll take a couple shish kebab sticks to support this so we don't spin it around and it's probably still a little bit tender. You know, we did the water in the bottom of the hole, but yeah, we can water it again. We will water it again once we get it in place. All right. Are you getting a super close-up or what? All right. Let me see. Where's the sticks? Let me grab a couple of sticks. I'll be right back. All right. What we're going to do is take these sticks, Jack, and put them around that to support it so we don't... Like this. Take them like this. Take 2 of them and go like this way. And then 2 come back the other way. Come back the other direction.
This way?
That'll support it. So, no, right on top of it. Like this. This will support it so we don't spin it around in a circle and it breaks off. That'll prevent it from spinning. All right. There you go. We're going to see how big this pumpkin plant. It'll be nice. We'll be able to see the root system because we're going to start feeding this babel. We're going to trickle feed Morgan's soil blaster to it, along with some other goodies. Stay tuned. Potassiumsilicate. You want to build up all these nutrients in your young plants when they're little. I've heard guys say, hey, I'm going to wait till I got a pumpkin on the plant, and then I'll start giving it the special goodies. No, that is wrong. You want to start when it's a baby. Give it little trickle light feedings. All right. I also have a product from Wow Wallace I just got. Where did that go? My Bacillus product that I just bought from Ronnie Wallace. Awesome. Extreme Gardening Versicity. How do you pronounce that, Jack?
Yeah, Versicity.
Bacillus blend. It reminds me of voodoo juice, only it has much more in it. This is some good stuff. We're going to be using this on the plants. All right. This contains all kinds of strains of Bacillus. And it also has kelp and humic acid. Kelp would have your amino acids in it, along with humic, so the plant can take in more nutrients. Here you visit Ronnie Wallace's website, check out his mini products. Wow. I'll put a link in the description box to Wow website. Ronnie's good people. He'll take care of you. Make sure you buy your pumpkin seeds from Jack and Bubba. We've got the seeds, baby. Jackson, give her a drink of water. We'll make sure she's got good water in her. All right, this has got the mycorrhiza in it also, but we also put mycorrhiza in the hole. Give her a good water and come back and follow this plant. It's gonna grow for the next 2 months in the basement till the weather warms up, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do with it. All right. So we're gonna have the carrots, we're gonna also do a cabbage. We're gonna transplant a cabbage into a container, and we'll see how our cabbage grows and this corn. Well, we're going to have to break down the table, Jack. I can tell you right now, we're going to put these jugs, our big jug garden, our big jug garden's got to go under this light. And I believe Chris told me it was 3 feet from the LEDs down to the plants. So we're going to have to set this up in a fashion so they're all getting the same amount of light. They're not too close, they're not too far away.
And then where would these go?
So we'll give them a quick blip of that. These we're going to transplant. We're going to fill the other jug. We got to empty the water out of that jug.
How?
We're going to empty it into that 5-gallon bucket, that Home Depot bucket, to water. We'll use the water for watering the plants. And another thing we're going to have to do is pH the water. I'm sure this pH here is probably around 6 to 7, but we'll be double checking it in the future. We'll be pHing our water, and we'll be trickle feeding these plants. So we'll have super babies. We want super duper babies. Champion gardeners must have supercharged babies. Will 4 gallons of water fit in a 5-gallon bucket? What do you say, Jack?
I say yes.
This is a Trivial Pursuit idiot version. All right. Yes, 4 gallons of water does fit in a 5-gallon bucket.
And let's see if it falls.
There you go, buddy. Place the pumpkin plant under the light. It's way too close. It's only like 16 inches away. What we're going to have to do is we need a lower table. It should be like 3 feet. So we're going to have to do a different arrangement. We got adjustable legs. Yeah. We lowered the legs on the table. Now we're a good, say about 3 feet from the light.
Yeah.
We're just about perfect. There you go, the light distance. Always check with your manufacturer of your light how far it should be from the plants. Now this will go, once we get into bloom phase, if we get a pumpkin going, we can kick this into bloom phase. Different spectrum for bloom. All right, nice light. Thank you, Chris Kent. Thank you for the light. See, there's veg in bloom. There's the name of the light. They're not a sponsor, but I like it so far. I'm liking it a lot. Well, these are the carrots you picked, Jack. The double. You like the double header? We'll peel the jacket off real fast. Wham, wham, wham. There we go. She's nice and wet. Put her in the basket. Backfill. All right, didn't disturb any roots. Get rid of that stick. Bubba does not like sticks. We're gonna let both these grow. Let's set them under the grow light. Here you go, Jack. Set them under the grow light. There we go. Now all we got left to do is a cabbage. All right, now the cabbage. Here's a little cabbage. We're gonna stick that in. Our lighting's at the best because the light's behind us, but that's okay. There you go. Here, check it out. There's your cabbage. We're gonna see how big of a cabbage. I heard Chris Brown's having a cabbage growing contest. I don't know if we're too late to enter, but here's our cabbage. All right, all that left is the corn. Look at the corn. We're planting the corn.
It's got a nice root.
It's got a nice root, don't it? Let's stick it down in there. And there's our corn. All right, we'll see how tall a corn we can grow in a basement. Is that crazy or what? All right, here we go. I'll pull the cabbage. One thing I never do, we're gonna place the corn under here. We're gonna try to get these all built up and be at the same height for the light. One thing I never do is I never fertilize when transplanting. That's something you don't do. You need to wait probably 5 to 7 days before you fertilize your first light feeding. So there we go, they're transplanted. Join us. Jack and Bubba's indoor grow, and I see Jack's already, what you going, Jack? You playing a game?
Oh, it's 900. I get a little fish.
Nice. Thanks for joining us today. And what we're going to do is we're going to micro feed these plants. Potassium silicates, amino acids, kelp, the dairy dew products, and we're going to baby them along. It's something, I got to admit, one of the biggest mistakes I made when I grew my 2,000-pound pumpkin, my 1947, my U.S. record lawn gourd. I didn't baby the seedlings. Imagine what I would have grown had I babied the seedlings and gave them all the goodies when they were really small and let it build up in the plant tissue so it could transfer it more into the fruit for density and things later down the road. So hey, learn by Bubba's mistakes. All right, join us at Keep It a Secret Home and Garden on YouTube for growing giant pumpkins, remodeling, and more. Bubba's fish clips. Jack and Bubba, join us.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Tell them, Elvis. Tell them how it is. Come on, baby.